I have been a rich man and I've been a poor man. But I choose rich every damn time.
Jordan Bell, Jordan Bell, yo, 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 yo. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the Molly and I think it's be my third. Jordan Belfort, Jordan Belfort. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. I just flipped a birdie, money so dirty. I'm out there to make you furry like Furby. I came and made a million, spend it on a rollie. Stacking dirty, feta cheese or ravioli. Baby fettuccine, dirty martini. I'm a fucking bitch. Call me Houdini, I'm driving Lamborghini, in a bikini, 8 bottles to the neck, 3 wishes from a genie. Benjamin ain't dirty, but he's wrangling, they built it. Always go to court, but I'm never pleading guilty. Falling so hard, I only be slam dunking. Beat steady rocking, the trunk straight thumping. I be riding foreign, pouring Merlot while I swerve. Settle to the man, and I'm whipping around the curve. And I'm rolling out this marijuana, you can smell the dirt. And I be getting all this lace, ain't talking ice cream. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the Molly and I think this be my third. Jordan Belfort, Jordan Belfort. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds.
Jordan Belfort, Burberry shirt, LV loafers on my sofa, in Bel Air, turning up daily, cause we can't turn down at work. I've been lighting loud lately, like my volume just don't work, and my cologne is Versace. Medusa got me stuck, and I'm always saying something, but I usually like to smoke. We've been long time friends, me and Ben Frank. Every day needs a rattle from the bank, motherfucker. Y'all don't know me, you ain't in my tax section. My wallet ain't fed in GM straight section. I don't call your bitch back and she check.
At the end of round 8, we had $45 million in cumulative profits. This is a great improvement since at the end of round 7, we only had $25 million of cumulative profits and $16 million. So Professor Libitz, you might want to consider giving us extra marks for improvement, if not for performance. Our share price was $55.32. Like our cumulative profit, our share price nearly doubled in value, growing by $25.74 in the last round. Our ratios have also seen much improvement. For the last 2 rounds, our return on sales ratio has been 7.2% and 15.2% respectively. Not only has our round 8 return on sales more than doubled the round 7 return on sales ratio, but we have also exceeded our average return on sales ratio of 4.16%. Similarly, our return on assets has more than doubled from round 7 to round 8. Our return on equity has also nearly doubled, and the ending return on assets and return on equity ratios were both more than triple our 8th round average.
Unfortunately, there is some bad news when looking at market share. While our market share has increased to 18.57%, up from 16.66 at round 0, our market share has drastically suffered since round 5. In round 5, we held nearly 22% average market share, and our low-tech product, Cake, was an industry leader with 22% market share. 31% of products sold to the low-tech segment came from Chester. Compare that to the firm with the next highest low-tech market share, Digby, with 20%. By the time round 8 rolled around, Cake only held 10% market share, and Erie held 40% of the low-tech segment. Erie had higher prices, and the products were not in the ideal position, whereas Cake was. However, their age was ideal, while ours was 1.72 years old. I guess the lesson to be learned there is that if the low-tech segment demands products that are 4 years old, they really want 4-year-old products, even if another firm, us, provides higher quality products for a lower price. Our market capitalization was $134 million, up from $75 in round 7. This can be partially attributed to the $2 million worth of shares retired, which increased share price and EPS. However, we are still unsure whether or not our market capitalization would be higher had we not retired shares. Our share price would be lower, but we'd have more shares anyway.
Here at Chester F73537, we decided to pursue an adapted version of the broad differentiation strategy. We decided that we would develop new high-tech products every 2 to 3 rounds and position them in the ideal spot. By developing high-quality products, we justified positioning our sensors in the highest price bracket. As the simulation progressed and our high-end products drifted out of the ideal spot for the high-end market, we decided not to adjust them back up and let them go into the low-end market. By doing this, we hope to become a major player in both markets and have our market share continue to grow by introducing new products to each segment at a consistent rate. At the beginning of the simulation, we anticipated that we would go into debt as we were going to invest heavily in our first new product as well as in automation. Furthermore, we decided not to make any changes to our original product other than a small quality improvement to half its age. By doing this, we cleared up enough capital to follow our strategy and invest in a new product, increase capacity, and up our automation level. We hoped that by investing in automation at the beginning and TQM later on, we could gain a competitive advantage in cost over our competition. That way, we could be a key player in both the high and low-end markets.
Our team, Chester F7357, was able to draw out 2 key learning outcomes by taking part in the simulation. In the beginning, we thought that the default computer forecast would be an accurate prediction of how many units we'd sell. We would then subtract an arbitrary number from it, say around 15 to 25%, to get our worst case scenario. After 2 rounds of unsustainable inventory carry costs, where 42% of round 3 inventory was unsold, as well as 35% of round 4 inventory was unsold, we realized to predict better, we must forecast by multiplying the previous year's sales by the segment growth rate. Of course, if competitors' price change, it is a good day to change your forecast accordingly. For example, if most firms decrease their prices, it is a good idea to decrease your forecast or decrease your price. This can also be applied to our marketing budgets due to the fact that after a certain point, diminishing returns sets in. Consequently, if we want the most value of our money and get our products known by our customers, 2,000 promo as well as 1,500 in sales would be our optimal amounts. Another key takeaway that our team learned from the simulation was that it's impossible to control what other teams within the industry will do. Therefore, our team should plan accordingly within our market and adjust for future rounds depending on what the other teams will do.
After using our adapted version of the broad differentiated strategy, we realized we were able to gain a competitive advantage in customer responsiveness. We did this by producing a high-end product that best represented the needs of our target market, while maintaining a presence in the low-cost, low-quality segment. Although this worked for us in the beginning, resulting with us obtaining the highest cumulative profits in the first 2 rounds, as the rounds went on, we found our position was unsustainable. Due to an unrealistic high sales forecast, we were forced to shoulder the burden of a $41 million emergency loan over the 2 rounds. Going forward, Team Chester constructed a well-developed plan to rid ourselves of the emergency loan in the short run and improve profitability in the long run. This plan was twofold. The first part placed emphasis on cutting down our spendings in the areas of research and development in the short run. We cut down our spendings but still updated our products to remain relevant to the market. In the long run, we want to focus on narrowing our scope. Going forward, we will not introduce any new products in the fear of market cannibalism. We plan to maintain strong presence in both high and low-tech segments of the market through our products, cake, candy, and coffee. Secondly, an important tactic we will emphasize is spending in TQM. Specifically, we will roughly spend $750,000 in areas such as CPI systems, UN environmental program, and just-in-time inventory control. This is targeted to reduce our material and labor cost. Overall, Team Chester identified overproduction as well as overly aggressive forecasting as the root of our problem. To combat these issues, we designed a short run and long run plan. In the short run, we will maintain significance in the market, but invest cautiously. Then, once we have re-established a cash position where we no longer depend on long-term debt, we will shift our focus into advancing our current product's value position, invest in TQM, and increase our company's automation.
To the incoming management team, we are trusting you with our company, our legacy, so don't mess it up. To help guide you, we are imparting you with some timeless wisdom that has helped us with our journey and hopefully will help you with yours too. Forecasting the correct amount is crucial to the success of your company in any given round. Initially, we were making sales forecasts based on the figures that the computer was giving us. Instead, we found that the right amount of sales for each round is calculated by multiplying last year's sales by the segment growth rate. Additionally, you want each product to be as close to the ideal position for each round as possible. By positioning ourselves at this point, you will be able to sell the products at the highest price possible. Even though pricing products at this high of a price will lower your market share, this will be more than made up by the increased revenue you will receive from the sales of the product. Finally, total quality management is often an area that is overlooked by many firms, but can be very beneficial to many segments in the industry, such as lowering material and labor and administrative costs, as well as shortening the length required for R&D projects to complete and increase demand for the product line. Thus, we suggest that you, the new management team, invest around $750,000 in TQM every year until the maximum TQM benefits are achieved. In our experience, this took about 3 years.
Jordan Belfort, I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Jordan Belfort, Jordan Belfort.